Hi everyone, this is Angie Perez of Agent Know How. I wanted to demonstrate my funnel. We've actually done an update recently and I want to show you what the update does for you. So the first thing that I want you to do is just to follow along with me that we're going to look for the My Funnel in the App Store. At the top here you have two options usually when you search for My Funnel in your App Store. Now I'm using my iPad and I can download either iPad apps or iPhone apps. Well, MyFunnel is a iPhone app, so you're going to go and select iPhone apps, and you're going to select MyFunnel. I'm going to do fresh install for you, so it should load very quickly and install here. As I said, my name is Angie Perez. I've been a real estate agent for 8 years, and one of the deficiencies in my business is keeping track of the number of people that I'm meeting on a daily basis and really what that interaction means for me in terms of uh, meeting a client and saying, you know what, this is a $6,000 or $7,000 commission for me at the end of the day, so that is important to me to know that ahead of time and to also prioritize and manage people along my sales pipeline or within my funnel. So I just installed my funnel. As you can see, the home page now, or the homepage of the app, is going to allow you to create an account. You can sign up for free, create a username and password. I already have an account, so I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to log in with my Facebook account, which is the second login option, and that's usually the complaint that we got from a lot of people is that they didn't want the Facebook login. They would rather log in through some other method. So right now I'm logging in, and the very first thing that I want to do is add a client. Well, we've programmed it that one of the things that you have to do immediately is to kind of set some income goals as well as your target market goals for the year. So we're going to say that I want to sell $10 million worth of real estate and I want to make $85,000 for the year. Even though the examples are a little bit different, but that's kind of my target and my income goal for the year. The other thing that I want to do is I want to set my commission formula, and this is what these presets do for me. So in my market area, if I'm paying an MLS fee, typically the MLS fee is $50. There's no marketing fee that I have on a regular basis, so I'm going to leave that as a +0 for now. The other thing that I want to do is my commission split. We'll keep it at a 0.70. That's kind of common for real estate agents. Referral fee, I'm going to put 0.70. Traditionally, it's 25% of a referral fee. I'll explain why I'm doing these decimal points a little bit later. That way you'll understand a little bit better. Franchise fee, yes, I pay a franchise fee, which is usually 6%, so I'm going to put 0.94. Miscellaneous, well, I do have follow-up mail that I send out. It usually costs me about $25 per client. And taxes, I want to set aside 20% of the deal for taxes. Okay, so that is kind of my commission formula. This is what these presets are. So as you're calculating quick commission scenarios, these are the numbers that are going to calculate your formula, or rather calculate your commissions. Okay, so let's actually add a client. And you can do two ways. You can add a client manually or through contacts. We're going to add a client through contacts, and we're going to pick, I have a demo buyer. My funnel demo buyer number 2. Now on this page, you need some other information in addition to the client's name if you're adding the client through the contact manager. So let's say, for example, you just have the name of the client but no other information. You won't be able to add them to my funnel. You have to have some other information as a phone number or an email address in order to add them. So I'm going to click on the phone number. It says now that I added the client, and it's pay per use. We have free client credits. So if right now I just use one client credit, I can use the app 5 times for free, see if I like it, if I can add it to my business, and then I can buy client credits a little bit later. So let's go to transaction information. Right now I added my first client, which is demo buyer number 2, and transaction type, well, it's a sale. I'm usually a buyer's agent. Right now the sale is active. I haven't found this person a home yet. The lead source, I'm going to say the majority of my clients come to me either through referral or internet, so we're going to add internet. And well, the other information would be important once I have it. So I don't have an MLS number that the person has selected just yet, or when we go into contract, maybe I want to add what MLS number it is, lockbox code for that particular house, shackle code. Some of this might pertain to when I'm representing a seller. The property address, we haven't identified it yet, but if I wanted to add a picture of the property, I can. I can also add some other people in the sale. Let's actually go to the commission section, which I clicked on the button that says more commission or go to commissions. Typically my clients buy about 400,000. and commission on the buyer's agency side is about 2.5%. So that's a pretty clear number, $10,000 if I work with someone who's basically buying something at 400,000. Well, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting, and this is why setting your commission formula during the setup process was important. So MLS fee is usually $50, that's fine. No marketing fee. Well, I can select these buttons on the left, the red negative buttons, and just delete them. The other thing that I can do is move expenses up or down. Let's say, for example, if I had a referral fee on here, and then in my commission formula, referral fees are processed before the split, I can move them up or down, or leave them as is. In this case, I might not have a referral fee if I'm on a 70-30 split. That's why I put 0.7. Franchise fee does come before my split, even though it doesn't change the overall formula. It does change the line-by-line items, and that's exactly what I want to do. My net commission income after this transaction, and after I paid all my expenses, is $5,217. So not a bad commission, not a bad deal. If I want to add any other additional expenses, I just hit the plus sign at the top. And let's see here. Let's say if I want to add CCO, which is Certificate of Continued Occupancy, is something that we usually pay for. And that's a negative $100 because I paid for it. It's one of my expenses. And now it shows up in my formula, which I want it to come before taxes. Okay, and then now my net commission income is now $51.37. So I want to save it. And now I'm back to the beginning. And let's add another client just for demo purposes. We're going to add motivated buyer. Same thing. And we're going to say that they're a sale. Their status is pending. And the lead source is, let's pick my sphere. Same information as before. I don't really have a projected closing date yet. Well, I might have actually a projected closing date. If they're a pending transaction, maybe they're closing soon. Other people involved in the sale, leave that blank for now. Let's say this is a $300,000 buyer. 2.5 is my typical commission. And now marketing fee I'm going to take out. MLS fee I'm going to leave alone. This transaction, let's say we do have a referral. I pay the franchise fee after the referral, and let's leave everything else the way that it is. So the 3 lines on the right hand side allow you to move expenses up or down, and if you want to add expenses, you just hit the plus sign at the top. Let's say, for example, I took him out to dinner. We had a nice dinner, and that was one of my expenses per this transaction. And there you have it. There's my commission as a result of, the activity that I did with this particular client. So I have 2 different transactions in my funnel right now, and the report section is what I want to show you next, which is that for this month on the weekly, I have about 51,000 or 5,100 in pending income. For monthly, I have about same. Yearly, well, yearly changed because I have another closing that's taking place, or I put pending closing was taking place in June, and that's why that report changed. So you can see the weekly, monthly, and yearly income of your production. Same thing with dollar volume. I have 2 sales. I have one at 400,000. I have one at 300,000. Lead source. Well, for the week, I added 2 leads. I have one from Internet, one from Sphere. And of course, monthly is going to be the same because they were both added this month. And yearly is also going to be the same, as that hasn't changed yet until I add more transactions to my funnel. For the month, I have a sale. Oh, they're all sales actually, 2 sales. So it's not going to change very much until I add maybe a listing client. So we're going to pick a seller. And the seller is going to actually be a closed seller. So we're going to say listing, closed, lead source, let's say expired listing. I might have some of the other information, but right now I won't add it. And let's say that it closed in the past, March 30th. And let's say I closed it at 250,000. Well, if I'm a listing agent, I might have a little bit more commission, which might be 3.5%. No marketing fee. Well, I'm going to take out marketing fee for now. Leave MLS fee alone. Well, no. Typically, the other agent pays the MLS fee, and if I'm the listing agent, then I'm going to add the fee because they usually reimburse me. So you can actually change the numbers in the formula, or you can change the comment, meaning the label, or you can change the value. There's no referral fee on this transaction, and I'm going to move these things exactly as I want to see them. So now my reports are going to be a little bit different because I just added a closed sale in the past, and it's showing that I have 4112 in income for the year so far. Dollar volume that I have in terms of closed transactions, I have 250,000. And then transaction trends, obviously this is going to change because I just added a listing. And there are other features for the app itself, which is that you can password protect your app, just so that you're reassured that there's no one that's going to access your information. In fact, the app saves the data to your device, so it's not being saved anywhere else. Cancel. If you want to go and change any of the presets that we set up from the beginning, you can in the settings section. So you can change your commission formula. It's not going to change the transactions that you've already added. It's going to change any future transactions once you make changes to this formula. In-app purchases, well, right now, if you're using the free version of the app, which is the only version right now, you have 5 of 5 client credits, and then you can pay as you go. Basically, remove the ads that you see at the bottom, or you can pay for additional client credits, anywhere between $3, $4. Usually, as a buyer's agent, I'm probably generating about 50 leads per month at minimum. So I'm probably spending about $9 per month in order to use the app. Let's say, well, the About section just talks about us, and if you have any feedback, you can certainly email us your feedback, in which case it'll send us an email stating what the feedback is. Okay, and this is just a demonstration of MyFunnel. If you have any questions or concerns, you can email us at feedback@myfunnel.com. Thank you for listening, and looking forward to hearing your comments.